Iron Maiden, Burning Ambition, new documentary feature from director Malcolm Venville. It is, of course, about Iron Maiden, one of the most successful, influential, popular, and long-living heavy metal bands on the planet with a career spanning now over 50 years. I personally listened to a ton of their music when I was around high school, less so nowadays, but still have a soft spot for especially some of the older albums. I also managed to see them live a few years back, and I really liked it. And I gotta say, this film really did put a big smile on my face, multiple times, in fact. I think it makes the correct choice of not even attempting to cram the complete detailed story of the band's entire career or showcasing every album, every tour into less than 2 hours of runtime. What it does instead is two things. One, it gives you the Cliff's Notes versions of the history, explaining briefly who these guys are, what they play, how they came about, and then some of the key events, singer changes, Rock in Rio, their journey to Poland in 1984, including, which I was very happy about, the famous story about them randomly playing at a dude's wedding. Um, and then two, it really captures the spirit of what Iron Maiden has been about across the decades, why the fans love them so much, how so many of their fans are themselves musicians from other bands. The interviews featured in the film include people like Lars Ulrich from Metallica and Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine. It shows you this infectious enthusiasm and the love that the Maidens have always inspired, the lovely message of community that they've always been tied to, the fact that under the scary Eddie mascot and the long hair and the heavy metal, there's actually a lovely group of friends who want to have fun and who want their fans to have even more fun. I mean, it's evident even in the fact that when we have interviews with the members of the band, we never actually see them on camera. It's just voiceover recorded over the old footage. Whereas when they interview other people, musicians, fans, etc., we do see them on camera. So there's there's a feeling of not being a lot of ego there, of this film being intended to be more even about the fans themselves than the Iron Maiden band. There's also a remarkable lack of drama in the history, and even when the musicians talk about the more difficult moments, like personal changes in the band, they seem to do so with surprising maturity. And perhaps it is simply the experience of years and looking back on it, with the advantage of time. But it was something that definitely stood out to me amongst other music documentaries. And that's pretty much it. For an existing fan like myself, this was a great sort of showcase of postcards across the years, a reminder why their music is so cool, and a nice way to spend an hour and 46 minutes. For newcomers, I think it does a decent job of explaining the phenomenon and perhaps inviting those people to join the Maiden family. It's not exhaustive or comprehensive. In fact, it even jumps back and forth in time without always explaining that or always making perfect sense, but I just couldn't not enjoy it.